The Tao of Self-Confidence, episode 362.
Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have an amazing lady on the show today. She is a fashion and lifestyle blogger, and I'm just really excited to have her on today to share her story on self-confidence. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Sheila Joy. Sheila, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
Hi, I'm Sheila. As you mentioned, I'm a fashion and lifestyle blogger. Part-time, I like to say, but I also work as an assistant archivist in a library, so I do have a bachelor's and master's degree in history. So I've had some education in my life, but I also like fashion and lifestyle and fitness, so many different things. So I try to tie it all together on my blog.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Sheila, what's your cultural background?
I'm half Chinese, and then I'm also half Scottish and English mix. So my mom's from Hong Kong, actually, and my dad is American.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
My favorite quote is, "You are not obligated to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago." And it really connected with me because growing up, I struggled with identity and who I thought I had to be and what I was supposed to like and how I should dress. And then I found that quote and I was like, it's okay to change. It's okay to like different things. And once I started getting more comfortable about what I liked and what music I liked to listen to and how different fashion trends, I was able to be more confident and happy in myself.
Thanks for sharing that. And I like that quote, right? Because it's just a great reminder that we can change in an instant. And especially growing up as an Asian woman, we're just told to act a certain way. And if we go outside that route, it's we're deemed as something else, not realizing it's just one person's, perspective or perception of doing things. But it doesn't mean you have to do it. There's always other ways. You don't always have to like the same type of music or wear the same type of clothes. I mean, we are all our own person. We love different things. Is what makes the world so amazing, because there's so many human beings out there who like different things, and we can just still, kind of unite together and still be living in harmony. So, I really love that quote. And it, it's just, like I mentioned, a great reminder that we don't have to be that person even a minute ago, right? So
Yeah, I'm different right now, no.
Thanks for sharing that. And in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
For me, it's doing whatever makes you happy and dressing however you want and not caring what other people think about what you do and how you dress. So growing up, I always had good self-esteem, but I always worried how other people might perceive me and might think of how I dressed or how I acted. So I was always just shy and closed off, especially around people I didn't know. So I opened up more around my friends, but once I found more confidence, I'm able to just focus on what makes me happy and not care what other people think.
Thanks for sharing that. That's a great definition. I think especially, the part of not caring, I know it's as easy as it sounds that we love to say we don't care, but a part of us does. But it's just, I guess, learning more to let go of that and just be our own person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it takes practice, like riding a bike. At first you might fall down and scratch yourself. And then the next day you might fall down and scratch yourself again. But you just keep doing it until you get comfortable with it. And, it does get easier the more you do it. So thanks for sharing that. And what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
I was shy and quiet Asian girl that never talked. I remember that's how people thought of me. I guess in kindergarten, I was so scared to even raise my hand or to get up and sharpen my pencil just because I was scared of what somebody might think of me just walking past them, which is crazy to think about. But I really struggled with that through school. Thankfully, I had a good group of friends, so I was able to open up around them, but around strangers and people I didn't know, I was just really closed off. And I was scared to be the center of attention, put myself out there and raise my hand and speak in class. I got better in college for sure, but through high school, I was just really quiet.
Thanks for sharing that. And I think, a lot of women can deal with that, right? Especially when you're putting yourself out there right? Some people, especially like family, they think like, if you do that, you're not being the humble daughter that we told you to be, right?
Yeah.
And it really kind of stunts our growth, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur, right? It's okay to promote yourself, especially if you have a good message towards it. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of. But what was that point in your life when you realized like you were more than enough, like you can go out there and, do the things that you love versus like, being told what to do? And, what was that aha moment in your life when your confidence, started to come out?
For me, it was when I stopped judging other people and comparing myself to other people, actually, because I focused so much energy on like how other people did, how they lived their lives, that I often just forgot my own happiness and what I should be doing to focus on myself. So once I just focused on my happiness and stopped judging other people, I just opened up to just being happy and content with my own life.
Thanks for sharing that. It's the greatest feeling when you can let go of that, right? Like let go of the compare game that we're all good at,
Yeah,
And
exactly.
And I think we forget that we can't compare our chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. We don't know what they've been through, or the struggles they've been through. Like we all hear the glory, but we never hear like the story behind it. And I think we forget that. We just see someone who maybe posts beach pictures on Instagram and we're like, oh my god, she's so lucky she gets to go on the beach, not knowing what she had to go through. Maybe her parents thought she was crazy to go there by herself, right? Especially as an Asian daughter, right? Going out to travel by herself, it's like they think you're nuts. But no one will ever know, like no one will know that, right? They just see that picture and they're like, oh my god, she's so lucky. But yeah, I mean, it's just when we can learn to let go and just focus on ourselves and learn to get better each day and day, we become more confident, we can become more authentic and be happy with who we are and love ourselves in the process. And because of that, what's your life been like now?
So now I'm obviously more confident. I like to be more outspoken in groups of people. I take initiative, in group projects or at work, and I definitely have less stress when I get dressed. Because before I dressed how I like to dress, but I always had anxiety about how people would view me. Especially in college, walking around campus, there's just girls in sweatpants everywhere, and then there's me that's wearing tights and a dress, or knee-high socks and platform shoes, or just I always worried about being different in the views of other people, but I still liked that style, and I just in the end I got over it and just dressed how I wanted to dress. So now I don't really even think about how others might think of me. I just if I like it, I'm gonna wear it.
Thanks for sharing that. I remember there was a picture of Kim Kardashian wearing a gown at Wendy's. So I mean, it's just about how you rock it, and like you said, just do it and not care about what people think, right? So I'm glad you were able to do that. And to the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be in her own journey of self-confidence. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
To love yourself first, definitely. Now, once you love yourself and stop comparing yourself to others, you'll blossom.
Thanks for sharing that. And that's a very great tip. Love yourself first, because we're so great at, hating ourselves for making mistakes, or shaming ourselves, or punishing ourselves to the point where we didn't even know what we were punishing ourselves for. So,
exactly.
I mean, love yourself first is the most important thing that all of us can do. So thanks for sharing that tip. And if our listeners wanted to get to know a little bit more about you and what you do, or check out your blog, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Yep, you can find me at insearchofsheila.com and on Instagram at insearchofsheila.
Thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you want to connect with Sheila, you can also head on over to thetaoofselfconfidence.com and search for Sheila's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I just really want to thank Sheila for taking the time today to share her story with us on self-confidence. So thank you so much, Sheila.
Yeah, thank you, Sheena. I loved speaking with you.
Not a problem. It was an honor having you on. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of The Tao of Self-Confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com to check out cool resources, blog articles, show recaps, and so much more. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits.